Interesting. Hello everyone, it's Tuesday again. Today we do yoga class. So I'm just going to move my mic a little bit closer. Perfect, we can take a few moments before everyone comes in. So today is a Pilates class. You don't need anything for that, just your mat. And next week we'll go back to yoga. Okay? So, perfect. No music today. Hopefully you can all hear me well. Perfect. Awesome. So let's get started. It is important in Pilates that you try to really think about the level of your hips. Like, so when you lie down, making sure that your hips stay in a neutral position so you do not overload your hip flexors, which are the muscles that you probably use a lot if you have, you tighten when you sit. So once you roll yourself onto your back, in the center of your mat, you're going to keep your knees bent, feet planted on the floor. Make sure your toes are facing forward, so don't let them turn out. And we'll do a few pelvic tilts here just to get the right neutral position here. So just pushing the lower backs into the mat once and an exhale, arching into that back. Go a few more times from opposite, so pushing the lower backs into the mat and then arching it. And then you want to find that in between where the lower back is not touching the floor, but you're not really arching it too much. That's what we call the neutral pelvis. Maybe you need to put your feet a little bit further away from your hips. Maybe you need to lift the ribs and scoot your rib cage towards the back, so behind you. So you want to find nice length in your spine without any extra tension anywhere in your body here. So once you find your neutral pelvis, we're gonna start pulling all the core muscles together, what we call a pillar in Pilates. So we want to try to engage them one by one. So on your next inhale, you take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, you're gonna pull in pelvic floor muscles. So pull those in as much as you can, and you might start feeling, if you pull them really hard, that your lower belly begins to turn on as well. Inhale, release that. Exhale, again, start pulling those pelvic floor muscles as hard as you can. Pull, suction them inside all the way. Now add the belly button to it. So everything's tight in that lower belly. You tap it, you feel the tightness. Inhale, release, tap that, you feel that softness. As you exhale, pull those pelvic floor muscles, engage that belly button, gently pull it down over the spine, but no change in your lower back. It's still slightly gripped. Inhale, release, go again from the pelvic floor muscle, pull the belly button in. Now your ribs are gently tugging together, like you're trying to bring them close, knitting them together. Inhale, release that. Exhale, go again from the pelvic floor muscles, belly button, ribs are knitting together. No change in your spine. So if you find yourself being tilting, pushing the lower back into the floor, try not to do that. Inhale, release. Exhale, build it again from the pelvic floor muscles, belly button, ribs. Now we're going to add the shoulder blades. We're going to push them down and away, feeling widening through our collarbones. Inhale, release that. And exhale, build it again from the pelvic floor muscles, belly button, ribs, shoulder blades down and away. So now we have the whole belly engaged. So all our core muscles from the pelvic floor to our ribs are engaged. We're going to keep that tightness through that belly, and we're going to breathe into our ribs here. So on your inhale, you're feeling the ribs moving a little bit sideways. Exhale. This is like kind of sucking it in and keeping it sucked in while you breathe, right? So it's the same concept, but we don't change the spine. So everything's tight in that core while you breathe. You're going to bring the legs up into a tabletop position. Flex your feet. Reach through the heels, so it's in front of you here. Keeping the core tight. Again, make sure you don't let the lower back touch the floor. Keep everything tight. And we're going to inhale, push the right heel towards the front. As you exhale, you're going to lower the leg down towards the floor. Inhale, lift it up. And exhale, bring it back in. And then switch the legs. Push away on an inhale. Lower down on an exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bring it back in. And then switch again to the right. Push the right heel. lower through the right heel. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back in and switch. Left heel pushes away. Inhale, lower down to the ground. Exhale, lift, and then push it back in. Keep the core tight. Don't let the belly button go. Inhale, really push. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, and exhale in. Switch the legs. Push away. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, and exhale in. One more time on each side. Push away. Lower, lift, and in, and then left. Push, lower, lift, and in. Now this is the first time you can pull those knees, release that, lower back a little bit here, rock side to side. Once you finish that, hands go next to your hips again, stretch the legs out, flex your feet. We're gonna exhale, build everything in our core, so pull those pelvic floor muscles, the ribs are knitting, shoulder blades down away. We're going to open the right leg to the side. So on inhale, you open up. Exhale, bring it back in. And then switch. Left opens and comes back in. Make sure you're not rocking side to side. Keep the core really engaged so your hips are still. Only thing that's moving is your leg. Inhale out. Exhale in. You don't have to go wider than your mats. Just kind of be in control here. So we don't move past the point where we start rocking in our hips. Let's go 3 more times on each side. Inhale, open. Exhale in. Inhale, open. Keep the core tight. Keep everything pulled together. 2 more times on each side. And in. And out. And in. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Knees in. Beautiful. We're going to place the feet back on the floor. Find a neutral pelvis. So now we're going to practice a C-scoop. So a lot of our movements, the core exercises happen in the C-scoop. So once you get into that C-scoop, keep in mind that you don't want to move the upper body. You want to keep it as still as you can. So in that neutral pelvis, get the core engaged, form the pelvic floor muscles to your ribs, and now reach your hands towards the back or behind you. Keeping the ribs in, don't let them pop up like this. Keep everything engaged in your core. On your next inhale, bring the arms towards the ceiling, and as you exhale, roll up. Keep your pelvis in neutral. Don't let the lower back push into the floor. Inhale, reach a little bit higher. And as you exhale, sweep your arms sideways, come back towards the floor with your upper body. Inhale, exhale, lift up, reach. Inhale, reach a little bit higher. Exhale, sweeping the side. And sideways, and go again. Inhale, exhale, lift. Lift a little bit higher. And then sweep the arms sideways. We have 2 more of these. So inhale. It's a continuous movement. You never stop and pause. You reach. And sideways 1 more time. Inhale, exhale, lift up, reach. Reach a little bit higher. Make sure your shoulders are relaxed. You're not lifting them towards your ears. Let's come up 1 more time. Inhale, exhale, lift up, reach. Now we're staying in the C-scoop. Hands will go behind your head. Let the neck rest. So let the head be heavy in your hands. And once you let the neck rest, you lift a little bit higher, but not by pulling on your neck, but simply using the core. Okay, we're going to stay here. We're going to inhale, right knee comes in, and exhale over. And then the left in, and exhale over. Keep everything tight in the belly, and make sure your head is resting in your hands so you're not pulling on your neck. Keep moving those legs. Inhale in, and exhale out. Inhale in, knee in, and exhale back. Inhale, and exhale. Keep that pelvis in neutral. Inhale. 1 more time on each side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Keep yourself up here. Relax the neck. Make sure you come a little bit higher. And then small pulsing with the upper body up. You go up, up. Small pulsing. Again, it's coming from here, not by you pulling on your neck. Let the head be heavy in your hands. We go 5 and lift. 4 and 3, lift. 2, lift. Last one. Hold it here. Reach your hands forward and exhale, lower down to the ground. Bring those knees towards your chest for a moment. And we're going to go into our first Pilates move. This was all warm up. Now we're gonna start with the 100. Every class in Pilates should start with 100. So in your 100, I want you to really concentrate on having your arms strong and straight and pumping as hard as you can with that. If you need to use one hand at a time, make sure you switch it halfway through so one can support your neck and then the other one is the one doing the pumping. All right, let's place the feet on the floor. Find your neutral pelvis. Put everything again. Pull it together. All core muscles working here. Now we're gonna bring the legs into a tabletop. You can keep your legs here, it's a bit easier. Want a little bit, work a little bit more, stretch those legs out towards the ceiling, bring them together. And if you want to work even more hard, turn those toes out and lower the legs on an angle. So this is the hardest position. So from 1 to 2, to turn the toes out, and 3. So choose your level where you want your legs to be. Bring those arms up and over towards the wall behind you. And then inhale, exhale, lift into the C-scoop. Again, don't forget you can use one hand behind your head if you like. Pull the shoulder blades down away, straighten those arm palms down towards the floor. Really strong pumps with your arms. Let's go 100 times. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 4 more times. 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Last 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Knees come in, lower the head down. Taking a moment, stretching our legs and arms up. Whew. So that was a warm first exercise. Now we're moving on to the second one, which is called a roll up. So we're gonna squeeze our legs together, point our toes. Exhale, get the core engaged here. Shoulders down and away from your ears. On your next inhale, start reaching the hands towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, start rolling up to seated. Slow, slow, slow. On the top here, we're gonna inhale, straighten that spine, flex our feet. Pull in the belly button and arch into your back. Reaching the fingers forward, but really more reach through the back. So spine towards the behind you. Sit up tall and inhale, point your toes, and slowly roll all the way to the floor. Relax the shoulders. If you cannot come from the floor, simply don't roll it all the way down. Just come back up from whichever point it feels like you can do it without any help. Flex your feet in the top, straighten the spine. Exhale, reach over. Inhale, sit up tall. So you have options. Okay, don't go from the floor if you need to use your elbow or you have to whip yourself up. So I don't want to see this. And I don't want to see this. Okay, so don't use your body or the momentum to do the work for your core. Simply just lower as far as you can here and then come back up. Okay, so go. We're going to do 4 more. 4 more of each. Whichever way you need to do it. So count your own. Please keep those ribs in. Don't let them pop up, especially when you roll yourself out. And so ready to stretch your hands above your head. Make sure you're keeping those ribs in at all times. Shoulders are relaxed. Sometimes they like to help by lifting towards the ears, but again, it's more tightening into your neck than actually working your core. Okay, so try to relax them as much as you can. Reach. You have to be aware of how you move. And that's why we do Pilates. You can do it slower so you are in control of the movement the way you want it to be. So you feel it instead of just doing it without thought. Exhale. I believe I have one more, I think. So If you are finished with this roll-up, you can take a moment to relax, grab a water if you need. Sit up tall. Last stretching over. And then roll down to the floor. So if you are not going all the way to the floor, you want to do it on the last one. Keeping the hands above your head. Don't let the ribs pop. Don't do this. Everything's engaged here when you're reaching up. All right, let's bring the legs up towards the ceiling. So this is one of the hardest exercises in Pilates, I think. I've been told. So I would like you to keep your hands on the floor above your head. If it is too difficult, you can bring them by your hips. But again, try not to push so hard into your arms. Again, this is not your core. You're just trying to do something that your core is not ready for yet. Okay, so it's up to you what you want to do. I would suggest keeping your hands above your head. That way you cannot use them. Legs come up towards the ceiling. You try to keep them nice and straight. If you can, slight bending your knee is fine. Point your toes. So those are little details, the toe pointing and stuff. It's up to you. Maybe you can do them at the same time as you're doing your exercise here. So get the core engaged. So pull everything together. We're going to open the legs. I'll face this way so you can see me. Open the legs. Flex your feet. Lower them down just a little bit. Bring them back together. Point your toes. And now we're going to lift the tailbone off the floor. So bring the legs up and see how far you can have them. So can you do a little pop here? Or can you bring them all the way behind? Or whatever. Open the legs there, flex, and then slowly roll down. Roll, roll, roll as slow as you can. Bring them back together. Point and go again. So either pop or lift and hold. Or see if you can go all the way back. But again, no momentum, no swinging those legs. See if you can really feel that lower belly. We have 3 more of those. So lift. Even if you're here, hold it, open, flex, lower down. Whatever you can do. 2 more. So it's a pop, little pop, and then lower them down. Okay? Last one here. Lift. Open, flex. Slowly roll down. And then bring them together. And back to the center. So same move, but the other direction. So this down, lower the legs down. Open, flex. And then we're going to lift the legs. Open. And the same thing. Go as far as you can. Bring them back together. And slowly roll down. Really slow down the descent. If your legs go all the way behind your head, I want you to really concentrate on coming back down really, really slowly. So it's all in your core. Okay, we have 3 more. So again, you can do a little pop here. Take a moment, bring them back together. Lower, open, flex, and lift. Or you can do a little bit more, hold it, the bump in the air, bring them together, and then slow down. 1 more. Whichever way you like. This is the most advanced one when you can reach those feet behind your head. And yes, knees together. That was our last one. Perfect. So this is the hardest. You've survived the hardest move of Pilates, in my opinion. It gets easier as you practice this move and you get that lower belly trained to turn on when you want it to be turned on. Okay? So don't give up. All right, we're gonna place our feet, left leg gonna be straight out. Right knee is gonna come towards your chest. If this is too uncomfortable for your lower back, bend into that left knee. So whatever feels better. And then stretch your right leg up towards the ceiling. We're gonna point, flex our toes, circle one way, circle the other. And then release. Hands will go on your hips. We're gonna pull the belly button towards the spine, get the core engaged here. So again, we are very stable throughout the top. And the only thing that's moving will be your leg. So your left foot, if it's straight out, I want you to flex the foot, feeling that engagement in the thigh as well. Point your right toes towards the ceiling. Hands will be on your hips so you feel the movement. If you feel the movement, you engage the core more, so the movement stops. So just circling the leg in the socket here. All right, we do full circles today. So we're gonna inhale on 2 and exhale, crossing the other leg up on 2 as well. So make your circle as big as you can or as small as you need to. Engage so you're not moving in your hips. So let's go. Inhale down and cross over the other leg up. 2, down, lift it up. 3, down, lift it up. 4, down, lift it up. 5, down, lift it up. 6, down, lift it up. 7, down and lift it up. Last one, lift it up. Let's reverse. We're gonna cross the leg and then lift it up. 2, down, lift it up. Inhale down and exhale up. 4, down, lift it up. 5, down, lift it up. 6, down, lift it up. 7, and lift it up. Last, down, lift it up. Knee towards your chest. Take a moment. If your knee is bent, I want you to bend it a little bit less so you actually have a space to cross the leg over. So if your knee is too high, you'll be limiting how big your circle can be. Okay, so let's get ready on the other side this time. Left knee comes towards your chest, stretch the right leg out, or slight bend in your knee, flex the foot on the floor. And then when you stretch the left leg up, point your toes, flex a few times. Circle one way, circle the other. And I'm gonna release the leg, hands on your hips, engaging the core, pointing the toes. Let's start the circles. It's an inhale down and cross the leg up. Inhale down and exhale up. 3, down, make them as big as you can. 4, down and exhale up. 5, down and exhale up. 6, down and exhale up. 7, down and exhale up. Last, down and exhale up. Reverse. Inhale down and exhale up. 2, down and exhale up. 3, down and exhale up. 4, down and exhale up. 5, down, exhale up. 6, down, exhale up. 7, lift it up. Last, down, lift it up. Knee towards your chest. Bring the other knee towards your chest. Beautiful. And then releasing it to the floor. Perfect. So we're gonna find a neutral pelvis, going back to our core. Finding the neutral pelvis, trying to keep that pelvis from tilting by engaging the core, engaging the lower back muscles. That's why we're here to strengthen those too, so you don't have a pain in your lower backs. Okay? So exhale, build the pillar. So build the core muscles from the pelvic floor muscles to your ribs. Keep that pelvis in neutral, no pushing into the lower backs here. We're going to bring the legs up into a tabletop. On your next exhale, we're going to lift the upper body into our C-scoop. We're going to bring the hands behind our heads again. I don't want anyone to pull the necks. So release the head, let it be heavy in your hand. See if you can lift higher by lifting the shoulder blades off the floor. Bring the right knee in towards your chest, left leg goes away. All right, we're gonna exhale, bring the other knee in. Inhale, switch. And exhale, bring the right knee in again. Inhale, switch, and exhale as you bring the left knee. And exhale. Your belly button's not moving. If you're looking at it, because you're high enough to look at your belly button, make sure there is no movement. You're not rocking side to side. You are simply moving the legs. Upper body as still as you can keep it. We go 4 more. 4. And switch. 3. Switch. 2. Switch. And a last one. Switch. Both knees in. Head lowers down. So the next move is similar to this one. The legs are still going the same direction, same way, so in and out like this. But the upper body now, this time, is going to be going around. So you're trying to go around your legs like you're trying to reach towards your ankles. There's a key here. So I'll show you this way. Once you lift up into that C-scoop, I want you to just reach sideways, like you twist sideways. You're not going up and down with your upper body. The body still is just simply twisting and twisting. Okay, so no up and down with the body, twist sideways and sideways. All right, so let's get settled for this. Let's get knees up into a tabletop chorus. Engage, your upper body comes up. This time you have to use your hands. So we're gonna reach, bring the right knee in towards our chest, and you reach around with those hands. So twist sideways. Inhale, switch, exhale, twist the other way. And you twist. And you twist. Keep the upper body from going up and down. It's simply twisting sideways. Twist and twist and twist. We go 4 more. 4, twist, 3, twist, 2, and the last one. Twist both knees in, lower the head down. Feet can come to the floor. You're gonna set up for the next one. So on your next exhale, bring your knees over to your chest as close as you can. So for this one, it's okay to push the lower back into the mat. But I want you to really, again, feel it in that lower belly. So between your belly button and your pubic bone here. So lower belly here. It has to work real hard here. So knees are towards your chest. And as you exhale, you're going to lift up. And you can bring the hands behind your head again, which is perfect for now. So all we're going to do here, we're going to be lifting the tailbones off the floor. And trying to get the knees close to our noses. I don't want you to be doing one of these again that you round it forward and come back in. Knees are pulled in and you come in closer. So you're going up and up and up. So none of this. Okay? So get ready. Get yourself out. Let the neck rest. So don't pull on the neck. Bring those knees as close as you can and then get them even closer. So lift and up and up. We go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Head comes down. So that's just a small little tiny movement, getting the tailbone off the floor using the lower belly. So the next move, we're going to add on to this is going to be the last part when you lift the tailbone. So on your next exhale, I want to lift over to your knees. Pull yourself, make yourself as small as you can, and then reach your hands towards your ankles. We're going to inhale, extend arms and the legs. Exhale, circle back together and get that tailbone off the floor like we practice. Inhale, extend everything out. Exhale, circle it back and get the tailbone off. We go 3, circle back and get the tailbone off. 4, and in. And 5, it's an inhale and exhale. 6, and in. 2 more. 7, try to keep the upper body still. And the last one. And in. Hold onto your knees, lower the head down. Ooh, it's getting warm in here. So we'll do 1 more, and then we take a little break so we can grab water. Feet back on the floor, find a neutral pelvis. Bring the legs into a tabletop. Get the core engaged, of course. The core should be on as much as you can have it on throughout the class. So if you take a moment to release it, make sure you go back and turn it back on when you exercise. On your next exhale, upper body is going to lift. Hands will come towards your, go this way, behind your head again, release the neck. Lift a little bit higher. Stretch your right leg towards the ceiling, left leg goes in front of you. We're going to exhale, exhale, switch. So it's like a scissors-like movement. Keep those legs as straight as you can. Get yourself as high as you can. Get the shoulder blades off the floor if you can. And switch. And switch. And switch. You go 4 more. 4. And switch. 3. And switch. Make sure you're not pulling on your neck. And the last one. And switch. Knees in. Head comes down. Ooh, let's stretch ourselves here. Nice long here. And we're gonna grab a water. I certainly need some. So if you need a water, go get it now. We're gonna come back and work on our obliques. Okay, I'm gonna face this way so you can see me. Okay, once you're ready, turning the palms up towards the ceiling, having them next to your body, to a T. Let's slide them up to a T. Bring the legs back up. If you have tight hamstring, feel free to keep your knees bent. But if you can straighten them out, point your toes here, get the core engaged here. And we're going to let the right leg fall to the left. Let the left join. Make sure that your shoulder doesn't come off the floor. So don't go so low that you have to lift through the left shoulder. And as you're coming back, I would like you to twist first from the upper body. Don't let the hips be the one coming back first. So twist from here and let the hips just kind of come back on their own. Lower left, lower right, and come back from this point. Twist back. Lower right, lower left. Maybe bring the left hand onto your obliques here between your ribs and your hips. Feel that engagement as you're twisting back. And go the other way. Lower, lower. Both come back. We have 3 more on each side. So go at your own time. Slow it down so you really feel that your ribs touch down first before your hips. Okay? So it's twisting from that lower rib first. Okay, this is 1, 2. This is hard to talk, so I'm going to take a moment to do it in peace. 1 more for me. So I wanted a 5 in each direction. It should be a hard work. If it's too easy, you are more likely using your hips to do the work than your obliques. Once you've done 5 in each direction, knees towards your chest. Beautiful. Awesome. We're gonna do 1 more exercise here. We're gonna, it's called the teaser prep. And actually we're gonna rock ourselves up to seated. It's easier to do it from seated position. We are going to keep our knees together here. Toes tapping only. You grab behind your thighs. And you're gonna lower yourself down. So you're feeling that you're not sitting on your sit bones, but you're behind them. So your upper body's angled. Right, shoulders down and away. Straighten the spine as much as you can. Okay, so you're kind of still holding on to your thighs here. We're gonna release those. So if this is too difficult, you can keep holding on gently. Otherwise, reach the hands forward, look forward. We're gonna straighten the right leg, then the left, and then bend the right knee and bend the left. So keep going like this. Inhale, inhale, exhale. Keep that back straight. Inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. 2 more. Inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. Perfect. Tapping the toes, grab onto your thighs, roll yourself up. A little bit of a break here. If being only tapping the toes is too difficult, place the whole foot on the floor, whole feet on the floor, that's fine. All right, so next one. We're gonna, again, tap the toes only. So this is gonna be the easier way to do it. So I'll show you this one. And if you wanna do a little bit more advanced, I'll show you what you can do next. So we're gonna pull in everything here, pull in the belly button, ribs are knitted, straighten out lower back, reach those hands. Okay, so this is, again, we're sitting behind our sit bones, so our body is angled. And this is where you wanna, this is gonna be your final destination. So that's where you wanna end up at the end of the move. So right now we're gonna round the back, lower ourselves down, and then roll ourselves back up, and get down to V-sit. Okay, so this is the easier version. You can place the feet on the floor. You don't have to tap the toes. It's kind of hurting your feet. So place the feet on the floor. Keep squeezing the knees together, and roll yourself up. We're gonna go 3 more times. You want it harder? Stretch those legs out. Roll down, keep those legs in the air, and then roll back up into that V-sit. Okay, so whatever you want to do, you have 2 more of those. Whatever feels better today. Do 1 each. Keep those ribs knitting. Don't let yourself use that card. Beautiful. Okay, so that was the upper part. Now we're gonna work with the lower part here. You're gonna lean back. And then again, if this is too intense and you're feeling it too much in your hips, in the front of the hip, take a moment, okay? You don't need to do this. This is just to strengthen some of our hip flexors here. So we're gonna stretch those legs in front of us. Okay, we're stretching, the back is straight here, push the chest forward, pull in the ribs. We're gonna do circles. So inhale, both legs up and down. So down and up. 3 more, inhale and exhale. 2 more, inhale and exhale. Last one. We have to reverse now. So go the other direction. Inhale. If you don't want to do 5, do 2. Do as many as you can. And then take a moment. We have 3 more. And 4. And 5. Whew. Getting warm. All right. Okay, so this was our teaser prep. Now we're gonna try do the full teaser. So full teaser, you'll go up to 5 again. But again, if 1 or 2 is the number for you today, do those. So what we're trying to do is trying to move the upper body and the legs and come into a V-sit at the same time. So as you exhale, roll up, lift, and then lower down. Oh, my legs are shaking already. Perfect. So 4 more or whatever number. Sounds good. It's a try. Once you push the chest forward, hold it there. It's not a quick move. We're trying to roll and push and hold. Whew. Keep those ribs in. Don't let them pop up. Roll, roll, roll. And this is an advanced move. So if you can do 1 or 2, you should be proud of yourselves because it is not an easy at the end of the class. Perfect. Awesome. Once you've done your 5, come on onto your hands and knees. And actually, we're gonna go into a plank. So you can do a plank on your forearms, or you can do a plank, high plank, or on the wall. Depends. If your shoulders are bothering you, I would say do it on the wall, less body weight. So once you settle in, I want you to reach through the heels back, bum is lowered. You push the forearms into the floor so you're slightly rounding through your shoulder blades. You pull in that belly button, squeeze your glutes. Hold it here. If you want to add on here, just so you don't just hold, you can lift the right leg up. And then lower. And lift the left leg up. Make sure nothing else is moving but the leg. And lower, so your bum is not going up and down. Lift the right. And lower. Lift the left. Almost there, 20 more seconds. So keep switching the right and left if you like. Or just hold. You guys are almost there. 10 more seconds. 5 more, let's just hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower yourself down. Whew. Take a moment here. Heart rate is high. So let's make it a little bit higher. So this is your cardio portion, as well as your strengthening of your lower back here. So for the next part, we're gonna do swimming. So pushing the pelvis into the floor, squeezing your glutes. You lift your legs up. Then you lift the upper body up. If shoulders hurt, you can paddle next to your shoulders here. If you're okay with stretching your hands out, slide the shoulder blades down away from your toe. And let's start swimming. Inhale on 4, exhale on 4. So count your own. Go as fast as you can. Really strong arm, really strong legs. Inhale on 4 and exhale on 4. Count your own. Let's do about 5 more rounds of those inhales and exhales on your own. We all move at a different pace. So probably about 2 more rounds. Go faster, stronger arms, stronger legs. Last one. And unfold the hands under your head, turn it to the side. Relax. And then sliding the hands next to your chest. And then push yourself up and over into a child's pose. 5 breaths just to slow it down a little. And stretch into our lower back. And then slowly pushing ourselves back into the tabletop. So we're gonna end the class with side leg series in our glutes. So side leg series are exercising your glute minimus, glute medius, and glute max. So you might feel it right in there 2 days from now, possibly even tomorrow. Okay, so we will start as a long line at the edge of your mat. So at the end of your mat, lay down nice and long. And then bring the feet to the front corner of your mat. So you have angle to your body. Make sure your hips are stacked and you're not leaning them back. Pulling that belly button. Head can rest if you like. Top leg comes up, but not higher than your hip. Make sure you're not leaning back, okay? Hips are stacked. We're gonna kick the foot twice in front and then squeeze the glute and bring the leg back. This is a 2. Kick, and bring it back. 3, kick, and back. 4, kick, and back. Make sure your upper body is very still. Nothing moves but the leg. All right, let's bring the leg forward. We're gonna bend into the knee, push through the heel back, and come back forward. Bend into the knees like bicycle backwards. 3. Again, make sure your upper body is not moving. 4. And the last one. Now keep the leg behind you. Stretch it out. Now kick your bum with the heel. Bring the knee forward. Stretch the leg and finish the circle. And 2. That's a bicycle forward. 3. Okay, try to go as far front and far back as you can. 4. And the last one. Beautiful. Bring the legs on top of each other. Now this time you can turn the top leg out so the toes are facing the ceiling and the hips goes back a little bit. So you cannot stay here. You can sit back a little bit just so you can turn out the leg. We're gonna lift, flex, lower point. 2. And 3. Keep the leg as straight as you can. 4. 5. And 6. 2 more. 7. And 8. Perfect. Keep the leg high. Turn the hips back straight forward. Lift the leg higher. Point your toes. We're going to circle it here. 8. 7. Keep pulling the belly button. 6. 5. Upper body's not moving. 3. 2. The other direction. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Lower the leg. Small circle right above the other ankle. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. The other direction. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the leg forward in front of you. Almost tap the floor, but don't. Just hover it here. And then bring the leg up and back and up and front. 2, back, up, front. 3, back, up, front, up, back, up. Last one, up, back, up, front. Lift the leg high in the front. We're going to do smiley face or letter U. So through the other foot and up, back behind you and in front. And go in the back Again, make sure your upper body is still. Don't move it. Just isolate the leg. We have 2 more. This is our 2. And front. And the last one. And front. Beautiful. Bring the leg down. Knees come forward. Bring them forward so they create 90 degrees with your body. Bring the feet in the air, close to your bum. Chest and belly forward a little bit so your hips don't roll back. And we're going to just open through the knee up and down like a clam. 2. And 3. And 4. And 5. 6. 7. And keep it open on an 8. Let's pulse it up. So go higher from there. Make sure your hips are not back. 10. 9. Keep those pushing the hips forward. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Lower the bottom leg to the floor. Stretch the right leg right in front of you. Still 90 degrees with the rest of your body here. Okay, we're going to tap the floor here. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. Now lift it and circle it here. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. The other direction. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. Now lift it towards the ceiling. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Lower the leg down. One side down. Turn onto your backs. We're going to get into our glute max. So feet are as wide as your mat. Turn the toes up. Allow the knees to gently fall apart here to the sides. Squeeze your both butt cheeks here. Hands are next to your hips. And you squeeze, lift up and lower down. And 2. And down. And 3. And 4. Keep those knees open to the side. 5. And 6. 7. And 8. 2 more. 9. Squeeze those butt cheeks. And last one. Keep it up here. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze your bones. And pulse it up. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. Hold it up here. Walk your feet and knees closer together. Bring your right leg towards the ceiling. And let's pulse the left butt cheek up. So pulse it up, up, up. We go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the right leg, stretch the left leg up and pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the foot, lower the bum. Knees over to your chest, open them wide. Perfect. And we're going to turn to the other side, so working on the other leg. Make sure that you start at the straight line and then you bring your feet forward so you have an angle to your body. Hips are stacked on top of each other. Upper body keeps still while you're moving the leg. Lift the top leg up, no higher than your hip. Kick it forward twice. Squeeze using the glute, bring the leg back. 2. And back. And 3. Back. 4. And the last one, kick, kick. Squeeze it back. Now let's do bicycle. So bring the leg forward, bend the knee, push through the heel back, stretch the leg out and finish the circle. This is our 2. And 3. And 4. And keep the leg behind, stretched out. We're going to kick the bum, bring the knee forward, stretch the leg, and finish the circle. 2. And 3. Like bicycle forward. 4. Pull that belly button. Don't let go of your core. And a 5. Legs stay on top of each other. Hips can shoot back a little bit. Turn the top leg toes out and lift, flex, lower point. 2 and 3, 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and the last one. Perfect. Stack the hips on top of each other. Lift the top leg, point the toes, and circle it here. 8, 7. Pulling that belly button. Don't let the body move. 5, 4, 3, 2. The other direction. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. And the last one, lower the leg so it's closer to the other foot and circle it, small circles there. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, the other direction. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the leg in front, hover it above the floor, and then lift it up and bring it back like a rainbow and come back forward. This is our 2, and back, and 3, and back forward, and 5. Make it as big as you can, really lift, almost up the floor. That's our last one. Perfect, lift the leg high. Now let's make a smiley face or letter U up, and come back forward. Make sure you're not swinging, that you're guiding the leg up and down. And back, go as high as you can. And as far back and front as you can. I lost count, so let's do 2 more. Lift and front, 1 more, back. I hope the legs are getting heavier and lift. Beautiful, bring the knees together, bring them forward so they're 90 degrees. Your body, lift the heels, feet are together closer to your bum. Chest and belly forward, opening through the knee only. Open and close. 2, make sure your hips don't go back as you open the knee. 3 and 4. We're really trying to isolate that glute. 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Now lift it up, keep it open and pulse it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the bottom leg, stretch the top leg in front of you, right in front of you, and tap the floor. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now lift and circle. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. The other direction. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now lift for the last time. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you're done. You are done for today. So let's get a little bit of stretch happening here before you go back to the rest of your day. So let's start with our glute here. So I would suggest you start stretching through the leg you worked first. So crossing the ankle over the knee. If sitting like this is not comfortable, you can always do it lying down on the floor, pulling that knee towards your chest. Here we're gonna sit tall, push that knee away, and then you can gently letting the foot come towards the floor. Same thing can happen when you're lying down on the floor, okay? Same thing, you're just lying down. Letting the knee, letting the foot towards the floor, feeling that stretch. And here you can actually pull the knee towards you. A little bit or away, whatever feels better. Stretch, stretch, stretch towards you with more stretch into those rotators here and your glute. And then coming back center. Releasing that leg, switch to the other side. Pushing the knee away first for a moment and then allowing the foot to come towards the floor. And again, you can play around if you want to pull that knee towards you or if it feels better when you pull it away. Wherever you feel more stretch, just breathe. And slowly coming back center. Perfect. And we're gonna finish with our stretch into our obliques and into our hip flexors. So I want you to bring the one in front of you. Make sure it's a 90-degree with your heel. Okay. You're gonna have a nice straight spine here. You're gonna tuck in the tailbone. So from here, you tuck it under you, and then gently and forward. You should feel the stretch in front of your thigh here, into your quads. And you're gonna inhale the opposite arm, the knee is in front, and you lean sideways, leaning over, keeping that tailbone tucked in. Let's stay here for 5 breaths. Just leaning sideways, tucking that tailbone. Breathe. Beautiful. Last breath. This is a great stretch. If you sit a lot at work, this is a great stretch you should do every day after you come back home from work. Okay, same thing on the other side. So making sure your front knee is a 90-degree in it. So if you have it too close, it's going to be much harder for your hips to come forward. So tucking the tailbone. And we're tucking the tailbone, leaning gently forward. If you need more stretch, feeling it all throughout here. Opposite arm comes up, then knee front, and you lean over. So the same side as your back leg. Leaning over, 3 more breaths. Feeling the stretch through our obliques, maybe lower backs. And then inhale, come back center. And then you're done with Pilates. You did it again. Thank you so much for joining me. Hope you guys enjoy Pilates once in a while. And yeah, please let me know, or Lisa, any questions, comments? Yes, I'm here for you, so let me know. Have a great week, and I shall see you next time with yoga, next Tuesday yoga. Bye, everyone.